If you're a 90s kid, we were pulling these out of our breakfast cereal. Nowadays, they're worth looking out for to sell on eBay. Have a look at these. For someone that's into their retro toys and collectibles. Oh, these are class. And there's 3 bags of them too. These are from the mid-90s. Matchbox wrestlers in my pocket. Very collectible. I remember getting these in the cereal. Is that these? I remember having that cowboy dude there. Definitely. Oh, 3 bags of them. 3 quid each. That would make a nice job lot on eBay, won't it? I've got 35 wrestlers in my pocket. Now, back in the day, there were 45 of these to collect. The first 9 of them you had to get from Kelloggs Frosties, and that's what I remember these from. I remember opening the cereal box, pulling out the bag load of cereal, getting my hand in there, having a good rummage round, pulling the one out to see which one I had. The rest of them you just had to buy in the shops. But like any nostalgic collectible, these are now worth a fair bit of money, particularly if you can find some of the colour variants. Now, in general on eBay, they'd sell for about 4 or 5 quid each if you had the time and the patience to list them up individually. But I've been through these bags and I do have some rarer ones. This Mano Arms figure, this one sells for about a tenner. Got 2 of him. This green dude here, he goes for about 13. And this Black Ninja, this is quite a rare colour variant. This one usually would come in purple, but because this is the black version, that sells for about 30 quid. So those 3 figures were worth picking up the whole bundle in itself, but I think what I will do, I'll sell this Ninja individually and then sell the rest of it all on auction. Auctions of about this size, usually you get 2 quid a figure. So that's 70 quid there. And by putting in these other couple of rarer ones there, that'll help lift the price up to make sure I hit that 70 quid. At the minute, I'm really feeling eBay auctions. Recently, I've just sold 100 Bakugan figures for £160. I was going to research each one individually, but I got to like 5 or 6 and was kind of losing the will to live. So I thought, stick it up on auction. If there's anything rare in there, there'll be enough interest in that big bundle that people will be able to pick it out and it'll find its own value. I tell you, I was happy with 160 quid. At the minute, I got 25 Hot Wheels cars up for auction. In my head, I was thinking I'd be happy with £1 each, but with 5 days to go, it's up to 30 quid. And I've also put that saxophone up there. I bought that for a tenner last summertime and it's just been sat up there. It's been quite good keeping the sun off my figures, mind. But it's too valuable to be doing that. Couldn't find any similar sold, so I thought, let's stick it up on auction. Started at 20 quid, with 5 days to go, it's up to about 70. I'm going to get the toothbrush out, I'm going to clean these up, present them well, stick them on auction. I'll let you know how they go. I'm not ignoring this bag, don't worry. 3 quid though. Looks like a lot of made in China dinosaurs. But in there, see that orange one? And that green one? That's Matchbox dinosaurs in your pocket. Little mammoth in there as well. Cool to see out in the wild. I've sold a set of those before, they were boxed and they went really, really well. I think individually without the box you might struggle to shift them on. Look at that on there. It's one of those little monkey keys. It's a little grabber that you put on like the mirror in your car. No label on it, but it looks pretty old. Pink one there as well. Pair of monkey keys as a bundle. Straight out the 50p box. Look at them tucked down there too. Air 270s. What size are they? Pretty small, UK 3.5. But they're only 3 quid. Just have a quick look around the toes, make sure there's no holes. For 3 quid they look alright to me. Bit of Resi 5 at the back there. I've got a few Resident Evil games on PS3. I got Resi 6. I got one of the Revelations games. Don't have Resi 5 though. Got the manual. £1.50. Let's add it to the collection. And I did pick up some more PS3 games on the weekend. These were only 10 pence each. These top 3 here, not worth picking up to resell or for CEX credit. They all trade in for 10 pence each. But they're meant to be good games to play. LA Noire, one on my list to play, that trades in for £1. Star Wars Force Unleashed, that's £1.60 trade-in. And then Infamous, that's a £3 trade-in. I've had a little scour through the Blu-rays, they're all 50p each. CEX app, that one trades it for 90p, £1.30, 90p, 90p. Not setting the world alight, but it all counts. Not picked up a calculator for ages. Which one's this one? Casio FX 85 GT Plus. £2. Brand new in the box. Pink version as well. Box is a bit ratty. In fact, has it been opened before and put back in? Possibly. The thing is, it's exam season coming up, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely been taken out of the box because those instructions would be behind the calculator, wouldn't they? Brand new, you sell for about 25. Pre-owned, more like 10 to 12. But at £2, still worth picking up. Pair of air clippers here. Cool, heavy too. There's the brand. Wow. USA. They're heavy too, they feel good quality. £4. Looking at soles, maybe 20, 25. Not sure if they're meant to have any attachments to go on the top. This one obviously doesn't have any. Pat tested, they feel good quality anyway. Tell you what, I've not picked up hair straighteners for ages. I went through a spell of picking up loads of like Babyliss curlers and tongs. What's that, £4? Root Boost. I was selling these for about £15 a pop. Was that a pair there? Yep. Babyliss through all the wires. £4. What are these? This looks like a torture device. £5, a bit more expensive. Pair of crimpers. I'm not going to look these up in the shop, but you can see just in there. You can't really see it, can you? Well, anyway, in there is a model number, and you can just type that in eBay and it comes up. £4 or £5 each. Never going to lose any money on these. It's more about how much I can make. They had 2 of these in the shop last week. They were priced up at £2. This one's gone up to £3.50. They must have seen how quickly I bought them last ones. Right, before we get into this, resale value about £12 pre-owned at a push. But if you can find the Charizard in decent condition, the set could be worth picking up just for that. Let's see what the Charizard's like, eh? I tell you what, he looks pretty good. Centering's alright. A little bit off the surface maybe at the top there, see? Back looks pretty good. That come off, yeah, there we are, that one wiped off there. A little bit of whitening on the corner, but the condition of that is not too bad considering this is a starter set. People ripping these open to use and play. I'll pick this up just for the Charizard. So Charizard's sleeved up and ready for grading. I'm putting a submission together to send off to Ace. There's some tasty cards in here. I think I can add some good value to them. Check out some of these. Charizard EX, that's from 151. Golden Mew. 2 Surgeon Sparks Pikachus. Arbok. The Minion V. Pick that up at Cardiff Card Show. Golem EX. Chi-Yu EX. I love this Charmander. And this is a cool Bulbasaur too. Volcanion EX. Mew EX, that was out of a 151 box. Tag Team Reshiram and Charizard. Armored Mewtwo. The shiniest Charizard EX. Cinderace EX for my son. And then I want to see how Ace Grading get on with sports cards. So I've got this signed Chloe Kelly card out of 50. Should do well in the Euros. Bring on the 10s. And then to wrap up, I had to pick this Jellycat bear up from the glass cabinet. You can't be leaving them out in the wild when you see him. This one cost £10 and his name's Bartholomew Bear. Now on eBay, this would sell for about 25, but I'm going to leave it there in the Jellycat guy's bed for when he gets home later. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.